What's up YouTube, Joe here from Zephyrwargames, and I'm bringing to you guys an update for Galacticmon. This is a deck that me and my friend Joe have been playtesting for a while, mostly Joe, so big props to him. We've been playtesting this for a while in both this current format and the previous format, just because with the recent Galacticmon that we got from EX11, we wanted to see how well it can do in the current format, mostly at our locals, but obviously if it does very well at locals, this could then be taken to like a higher event, like a store regionals and things. We've been getting mixed results from it. I've only, unfortunately, been able to do one locals with it, just mostly because I've been a huge heavy metal drummer mood right now lately. So yeah, that's just my own fault really. But we've been I have done one locals with it. It felt very comfortable. I made some very unique changes out of my little mistake. I had a mentality on it, and I'll get to it when I get into through the profile for the changes I made, and it ended up being completely different to what I wanted. But yet the deck still performed very nicely for me. It felt very strong. It felt very comfortable. It stood its own against like all the matchups I had. It was only just a couple of misplays and mistakes I had along the way. Joe's been getting mixed results with it as well. We kind of like narrowed it down to like the deck is good. It can just annoyingly get outpaced at times, but if you get lucky and you play the deck very, very well, you can do very well with this deck. It's a very, very fun deck to play in general. So before I get to the profile though, if you enjoy, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification box if you enjoy a person's content here on YouTube. You don't want to miss out on their content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. All of the support has been greatly appreciated, and thank you guys all so much for doing so. So with all that's done, let's get into Galacticmon. So to start off with, we play 4 of the Cinnamon from BT21. This is your DP buff egg at all turns. If you have 4 Venmons in your sources, you get plus 3000 DP. Very important in this meta right now. You want to have your Galactic and the defense as strong as possible. So you want to play for the Cinnamon. No longer are we in the Digimon ages. So I'm playing 4 copies of BT18 Venmon for your main searcher, and only 1 of the 21. In testing in my last locals I had with this, I had this one at 2. I've taken it out to fit other things in, as I just never really felt like the need to have it, but I wanted to still have 1 of it in, because I like having at least 5 of the inherents that allow you to reduce any of your Venmon text evolution by 1, allowing you to reduce your snatch 1 times, and you can go into your Destro or your Galactic from there. But you want to have more of the Searcher as your on play, because he's one of your best first turn starters. And then, because we are Venmon, we have a bunch of other Venmons from BT11. So we are currently on 4, 8, 12 other Venmons, giving our total count to 17 Venmons. It's a very comfortable number. You never like run out of Venmons. If you wanted to fit more things in the deck, you can reduce this probably down to like maybe 15. We kind of like narrowed it down to like we don't want any less than 15. It will give you the perfect amount you need for the game, at the very least. But yeah, you can have space by reducing some of these guys down. We are on 4 copies though of BT18 Snatchmon and BT21 Snatchmon. Snatchmon from 18 is your main cost reduction. He's kind of like your strong recovery play if you need to, also giving you the blocker inherent that you can load from the source, from the trash. But your Snatch one here is your other main searcher. I've been seeing some lists drop it down to 3. I don't see any need to have less than 8 Snatch mons. You want to, if you don't have Snatch, you kind of like sometimes struggle to climb up. So I think 8 is the number that I will go. I wouldn't really want to go any less. For Destros, we're playing an even split of 3 of the promo here, and for the Tamer kills, and 3 of the BT21 here for the stack protection as well as ending an attack. You'll mostly want this for the end of the attack effect. You don't really in my personal opinion, I didn't really need it for anything else other than that. So I have been thinking of maybe dropping this down to 2 and just bumping the promo up, as there's lots of tamers running around. So being able to have a consistent way to just delete those tamers if you need to can be quite important depending on your local environment. But a 3-3 split is also just very nice. You see them as, you see them enough. You don't really need any more than that. And then it just all depends on your personal preference. If your locals has a lot of digivolve, maybe you want to have this one a lot more than this one. So you go for like a 4-2 split. But yeah, if you're seeing a lot more tamers running around, then you can go for 4-2. Or if you want to just be even. Now this is probably the part that for me personally might scratch a few heads. This is just from my personal experience at witnessing the deck and thinking about the deck. I had a worse ratio here, and I'll go into that for this bit for the Galactics. But this is what I'm on currently, and there's 4 copies of the BT21 and 2 copies of EX11. Now, at the locals that I did playing this deck, I actually had it at this, a 4-1 split. Thinking that there was 3-3 in the deck. And I took one of these out to fit the 4th one in. And then as I was playing through my first game, ironically against Joe, I was thinking, where's my other Galactic? I know there should be one more in the deck. And I went through my entire deck. And I'm like, where is it? At the end of the game, I skimmed through it all. I'm like, bruh, I only had 5 Galactics in our game. I believe, only lost one of the games. Lost the game because I just didn't see the other Galactic. So you want to have at least 6 if you're going for those grindy matchups. But I went for this ratio. My mentality is this ratio. And the reasoning for it is that one of the best ways I can quickly explain, I think the protection is a trap. You don't want to start off with this Galactic. If you're going into a Galactic, in my personal opinion, you want to go into this one 90% of the time. 90% of the time, this is your better Galactic because he naturally has protection at all times. He will always have the protection effect no matter what. You just need to have the Venmons underneath to fuel the protection. This guy will only have protection once. And that is a big hindrance if you can't float into another Galactic. Because once he's there and he's gone past a turn, if you don't have another guy to refresh him, he is dead. He is useless to you, in my personal opinion. So I went for the idea of having 4 of the guy that will always be able to do something, that will always be able to save himself, that will always be able to play Ragnarok Cannon and delete something, as opposed to 4 of the guy or 3 of the guy who just says, I'm big and tough one time. And after that, that's just it. He just essentially doesn't do anything else for you. So I went for, again, at locals, I went for a 4-1 split. And it did actually feel fine. But for most of the games, it's just like you see it, you hold on to it, you go into this guy, you be disruptive and you be annoying for a bit, and then when you need to go for like another turn, it's like, all right, if I just need one more, if I get one more turn on my next turn, I'll be able to just like pop off with like all the Ragnarok cannons and stuff. Cool, turn it into this. You have like tons of Venmons. If you haven't to make it nothing, you go into this, get your full immunity, nuke some things, and you go, cool, now deal with this guy. You can't deal with it? Okay, cool, back to my turn. We become back to this, play another Ragnarok cannon, and we go for the game. So I think a 4-2 split is kind of feels perfect for me. I love having one of each artworks of this. It's very, very cool. And yeah, it's something that on paper and like at first glance feels, what the hell, you crazy? This guy's nuts. He feels nuts. He sounds nuts. But in testing, in my opinion, he's not. He's not as good as people may think he is. But again, that could just be me. I could just be maybe playing it wrong and looking at it wrong. But this is just my own personal opinion on the EX11 Galactic. He's good as like, cool, I need one more turn to armor up. So we armor up. And then we just stay there, we be annoying, come back to this, cool, now we're back to the main guy, and boom, off we go. For the Tamers, we're playing 4 copies of Zeno. He is your consistency. He's just getting you everything. He's reloading your VAMs and that kind of stuff. Like, Zeno is just fantastic. We're playing 2 copies of the BT18 Zenith and 1 copy of the 21 Zenith. At locals, I had a 2-1 split on this ratio, 2 of this and 1 of this. And I was just seeing the mem setter too much, and I wasn't seeing this guy enough. There was times where if I had the ability to digivolve something, it would have been a lot better for me. So I've gone for this ratio. You have more enough consistency that you don't really need the mem setter. In all honesty, you can even just maybe take out if you want something else. But it was fine. This ratio felt very nice to me. For the options, we're playing 4 Ragnarok cannons. We've been testing out 3 a lot. Joe's been testing out 3 a lot. These sneezes are very scuffy now. Yeah, we're testing 3 a lot, and then it was just times where it was just like, he was like, nah, I need more. I need to see Ragnarok Cannon more often. So I put the 4th one in, and funny enough, he thought I was playing 3, so when I dropped the 4th one on him, he was just like, what the hell? I did not see that one coming. So yeah, the 4 Ragnarok, in my opinion, is much needed if you're going for those long games. And it does help you very much in those long games. We're in a very big format where like we're having like immunity Digimon that just like have immune to Digimon. So having a Ragnarok cannon where if you can time it right, and then you only have one guy that's cool, I'll pay 6, drop it, nuke your guy. I got my Galactic, I don't care. You know, I can establish quickly. I'll pay 6, just remove something. It's very, very good. And the last of the deck is just 2 copies of Fusion Eyes. I kind of want to fit a 3rd one. 2's fine. No, you see it just enough. It's a great way to just like, I need to quickly get into something. Cool, boom, we'll play Fusion Eyes and off we go. That's it for the actual profile itself. I would want to give a quick one last bit of tip in my own personal time playing it. Don't be afraid to warp into Galactic or Snatch. A lot of the times, I wasn't even evolving into Destroymon. I was actually just going into Snatch, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to jump into Galactic. I got the Destroyers in the trash. I just load them up when I need it. From there, I'll get my Destro inherents. And most of the times, I was just accelerating my play by just going, cool, I've promoted a Vem, done a thing, gone into Snatch, loaded 2. Okay, cool. To pass on, I'm just going to go straight into Galactic for like 6. Cool, use effect, play Ragnarok Cannon, nuke a thing, and then load some Destros and pass turn. From that point, your opponent is just like a little shocked because you just gone straight into Galactic so quickly, and you just haven't wasted time. You just haven't wasted time going to the Destro, maybe not kill anything because it's a bit too early in the game, or just popping not much. You're better off using that memory to just go into the Galactic straight away, getting into the thing that you need to. That's just something that I just felt like it was just nice to me, it was comfortable to me, and just felt very like, yeah, cool, this is working, this is like, this feels good, this feels right. And it's just something like I just thought I'd mention here in the video, where it's like, you don't need to evolve into this to get the value that you want, because most of the times, unless it's going to, again, a heavy tamer matchup, the value of the Destro is in the inherents, and you can get that just by jumping straight into Galactic for a little bit cheaper. So that's my personal preference. That's my opinion on the deck and what we've been doing. Again, a big shout outs to Joe, as he's been doing a lot of the playtesting for this. I literally just done like 1 locals recently with it. And I just felt like, you know what? I got a good idea of it. We got a good idea on it now. So I kind of like wanted to show off what we've been coming up to and landing on. I also want to give actually a big shout outs to my apologies to Alex, as they did a locals with it as well. I can't remember exactly what they thought about it, but kind of like my changes were done from them because they were the last ones to play the deck. So we've had a good team effort on like getting the Galactic to where it was. And I'm sure if they're watching this, they'll put down their thoughts down below. So Alex, yeah, put down your thoughts on what you think of it as well. But yeah, As always, like, comment, and subscribe, everyone. Until next time, as always, stay safe and stay tuned because we've got the amazingly fun ADO1 coming up. So stay tuned for that. We're very excited for that. So you will be seeing a lot of Gamma and other things as well, obviously. But yes, yes. Until next time, guys. As always, stay safe and of course, happy dueling.